Have you ever trusted someone so much that you believed they would never hurt you? You believe their words, their promises, and you believe their love is real, but sometimes the person you trust the most is the one secretly using you. This is the story of how my girlfriend used me for money and how I discovered the truth. It all started about 2 years ago. One night I was lying in my bed scrolling through social media just like any normal night. I was bored watching random videos and looking at different profiles. Then suddenly one profile caught my attention. It was a girl named Sarah. Her profile picture was simple, but something about her smile looked genuine. Out of curiosity, I opened her profile. She had pictures of herself traveling, hanging out with friends, and enjoying life. She looked like a normal and kind person. Without thinking too much, I sent her a friend request. Honestly, I didn't expect her to accept it. But the next morning, I woke up and saw a notification that she had accepted my request. At that moment, I didn't realize that this small action would later turn into one of the biggest lessons of my life. A few hours later, she posted a story on her profile. I replied to it with a simple message saying, "Nice picture." I didn't think she would respond, but she did. She replied with a short message saying, "Thank you." That was the beginning of our first conversation. At first, our chats were very simple. We talked about basic things like where we were from, what we did for work, and what kind of music we liked. Nothing serious at all. But slowly, our conversation started getting longer. We started talking every single day. We sent good morning messages, had late night conversations, and shared random jokes with each other. It started to feel like we had known each other for years. After a few weeks, we became really close. She started sharing her personal problems with me. She talked about her stress, her family issues, and the struggles she was going through in her life. I listened to everything and tried to support her as much as I could. One day, she told me something that made my heart race. She said, "You're the only person who really understands me." Hearing those words made me feel special. Slowly, I started developing feelings for her. I cared about her more than I expected. After some time, I finally gathered the courage to tell her how I felt. I remember staring at my phone for several minutes before sending the message. Finally, I typed the words, "I think I like you." Then I waited for her reply. Those few minutes felt like hours, and my heart was beating really fast. Suddenly, she replied and said, "I like you too." That moment made me incredibly happy. That was the moment our relationship officially started. Even though we lived in different cities, we talked every single day. We had video calls, sent voice messages, and sometimes talked for hours at night. Everything felt perfect, or at least that's what I believed at the time. A few months later, something happened that slowly changed everything. One day, she texted me saying she had a problem. Her phone screen was broken and she needed money to fix it. It wasn't a very large amount, so I helped her without thinking too much. After all, she was my girlfriend, and helping each other is normal in a relationship. But after that moment, things slowly started changing. The requests began happening more often. Sometimes she needed money for food, sometimes for clothes, and sometimes for different emergencies. Every time she asked, I helped her because I loved her and I believed she loved me too. However, after some time, I started noticing something strange. Whenever I sent her money, she became very sweet and caring, and she would call me more often and send long, loving messages. But whenever I said I couldn't help financially, she became distant and quiet. At first, I ignored these signs because when you love someone, you don't want to believe anything bad about them. But one day, I decided to test something. I told her that I had lost my job and that I didn't have money anymore. Her reaction shocked me. Instead of comforting me, she became very quiet and cold. She didn't ask if I was okay, and she didn't try to support me. Over the next few days, our conversations became shorter and colder. She stopped calling me, and she stopped sending good morning messages. Then one day, she completely disappeared. No texts, no calls, and no explanation. I felt confused and worried, so I decided to check her social media. What I saw there completely shocked me. She had posted pictures with another guy, and they looked very close and very happy together. The caption on the photo said, "My love." At that moment, everything finally made sense. All the money, all the excuses, and all the sudden distance. She was never truly in love with me. I was just someone she could use, someone who could send her money whenever she needed it. And the moment the money stopped, she left. It hurt a lot at the beginning. I felt betrayed, and honestly, I felt stupid for trusting someone so much. But with time, I realized something important. Sometimes the people you trust the most are only there for what they can get from you. And the moment you stop giving, they disappear from your life. So if you ever feel like someone only cares about you when you help them financially, be careful. Because real love doesn't disappear when the money is gone. Real love stays even during the hardest times. If you found this story meaningful or learned something from it, make sure to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more real stories like this. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Your support really helps us bring more stories to life.